guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be swatching the China Glaze Mystic Bloom collection. This is their spring 2022 collection. There are 8 pieces in the collection and they all have some sort of shimmer. We have some smaller shimmer almost going towards pearl. We have some larger flecky things. We have some shifty things, lots and lots of shimmer, and so mystical. We have to see what's so mystical about these polishes. So if you're new to my channel, basically I'm going to live swatch these for you on my nails so you can see how they apply in 2 coats. You can see if the formula is going to be something that you want to play with for this spring. You're also going to see a full hand swatch from me so you can see how it might look as a full hand manicure as well. Hopefully this will give you a better idea about the collection to help you with your decision making process. Is this China Glaze collection for me? Well, I definitely want to know what you think in the comments below. After or as you watch me swatch these, let me know if this collection is calling your name, if this is a pass for you. And as always with China Glaze, we're going to have a dupes and comparisons portion. Since these all have shimmer, we're just going to have to wait and see how many polishes I have for you for comparison. I will link below where I went to purchase this collection. I got it from polishpick.com if you'd like to head over there. They have great budget-friendly prices for your favorite mainstream brands. So without any further ado, let's get swatching. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to go in alphabetical order as always. We're kicking off the collection with 2 purples that have bloom in the name, so that might be a little confusing. This is Bloominescence, and this one is the one with the micro flaky shimmer, and the other one has more of a glowy fine shimmer. And this, it has a violet base, and then as you can see, it has a lot of beautiful tiny little micro flakies that are shifting through pink, purple, and blue. And this one was a surprise matte shade. The only thing about this color, I loved it on, but it had a little bit of a gummy formula that it just naturally kind of like overloaded the nail, and so I had to watch it with that formula. So maybe take thinner coats on this one, but I did really like the look of how that one looks on. So next is Bloomphoria, and this is one of my favorites out of the collection because while this collection is full of sheer polishes, and this is definitely one of the sheerest shades, the shimmer that they chose for this polish is a huge hit. So the shimmer has enough glow and coverage in it that you're going to get a really beautiful look on the nail. As you can see, it has a strong kind of eerie green color, and it shifts over into like a reddish pink. So it's really, really pretty. I really like the shift, and I'm just excited that they chose this shimmer and they put enough of it in to really make an impact in this polish. So this is 3 coats. I only swatched 2 coats for you there. I would recommend it at 3 coats. It was almost enough coverage at 2, but I did 3. And you can see on the right the shift. And then here I have a macro shot for you. So I really did like that one. That's one of my top picks. Next we have Fairytale Bliss, and there are 2 pinks in the collection, and this one is the slightly deeper shade, and it has the really beautifully sparkly micro flaky shimmer in here. And this one, again, I just wanted to overload the nail. I had to go and wipe off my brush a few times. These polishes are a little bit runny, especially this one and a few others, and so you just kind of gotta work with it. They don't really apply themselves as much as some other polishes might, but what the collection does have for you is a lot of fun shimmers, and this is another one of my top picks out of the collection because those micro flaky shimmers are really sparkly, and it goes from a pink to like that kind of sunset golden orange shade. So this is another one that I really did like. I do have a macro shot for you here, and I ended up liking the first half of the collection quite a bit more than the second half. Next we have Instant Sparks, and this is this kind of rose gold tan shade, and it has holographic micro flakies in it. The micro flakies, unfortunately, the ones that they chose, they do curl a little bit, which is a little bit of a bummer, and sometimes you don't always know that that component's going to do that until it sits in the base for a while, but these are a little bit curling. So that's the only downside of them, and I didn't actually know that these were holographic because it didn't show like that in the bottle for me until I had it under my macro, and I was like, oh, holographic flakies. So I like that they did this combo here. For me, this is maybe not a color that I would go to all the time, but I liked what they did here. All right, we're kicking off the second half of the collection with Mystic Dawn. This is what's been on my thumb, and that is 2 coats over all about that base opacity boosting base coat from Moonshine Manny. This is a very sheer polish, so you're going to want to use an opacity booster or maybe wear this as a topper. But the only thing is it has kind of a weird yellowy caramel base color. And then as you can see, it has all this beautiful shimmer. I think it's the same shimmer that was in the Bloominescence, that first one. But for me, this second half of the collection just were polishes that didn't quite work for me. This color is a little bit off-putting for me. I do like that shimmer, but it's just like, it's too sheer and the color was kind of weird. This next one is a beautiful green. But again, for me with this polish, something about it, like the metallic nature of that blue shimmer there, I just wasn't vibing with this color. I did like that they had a whole collection of shimmers here. Most of the collection has like absolutely nothing for me to show you that it's very similar to, which I love. I love that they did that, but I think a lot of the reason why mainstream brands do pick things that are very similar to things they've done in the past because they want to try formulas that are tried and true and they know that people are going to buy. This collection, I thought it was pretty cool, but I don't know that I'm going to be pulling out a lot of these shades to wear them in the future. So this one was pretty opaque. It got opaque in 2 coats and it does have that pretty blue shimmer, but for me, I just don't know if this is a shade of green in the formula that I'm really going to want to wear that often. Next, we have the second pink in the collection. And this one is the second matte polish in the collection. And it does have some kind of like pearly micro flakies in there. And what ends up happening is because of the formula and color of this, I could not get the vision of like a late 80s prom dress in this color out of my head. It's just kind of like floofy. And the color was just not something I was like too interested in. So this one is mostly personal preference, but I didn't care for this color very much. And it is a matte shade, so know that when you're going into it. But there's that color for you. I think I probably would wear that one again. You just have a little bit of a tricky formula with that one. Okay, this one is the last shade in the collection, and this is another pretty sheer color, and it does have a beautiful shifty micro flaky in there, which is really, really nice. You're going to definitely need to wear this at 3 coats or wear it as a topper, and I have shown it to you both ways coming up here in just a minute. But it is a really nice color, and that shimmer is really beautiful. It just didn't get quite opaque enough for my visible nail line. So for me, I found myself feeling like this one was another pass, even though it has a really beautiful micro flaky in there. So I really love that they tried some fun things in here, but I don't know that when I come to the end of the year, am I really going to think of this as one of my top collections? Probably not, because I don't know. I just wasn't overwhelmed in my excitement after wearing all of them. So just got to be real about it. Here I'm showing it to you as a topper, and I do like it better that way. I'm topping the green in the collection. But that's going to finish out the live swatch portion, and I definitely want to know what you think about these polishes down in the comments below. Sound in, let me know, are you vibing with it? Okay, babes, so here are the comparisons for you. I just have 4 shades that we're going to pull out some similar things. So I had a Butterfingers right before I pushed record and put my fingers into 2 of those polishes there. So please excuse the lumpiness. All right, so Innocent Sparks is in the middle. There were actually 2 things in the China Glaze line that are similar, Girl on the Glow and Melrose Fireplace. As you can see, they're not dupes. Innocent Sparks has this lovely peachy rose base color, and there is actually a tiny bit of glowy shimmer to that shade. The Melrose Fireplace, I think, has a similar finish and application, and so if you don't want to pick up the one with the curly flakes, I don't really think they're going to bother you that much, but if you are really opposed to them, you could grab out Melrose Fireplace and it would give you a very similar look. So no dupes, but some similar things. All right, so I was super pleased that there wasn't anything similar to Bloomphoria. That was hard to say, Bloomphoria. The Amazing polish from the Sesame Street collection is the one that I had in my mind, and I was thinking, is that similar? So I just wanted to swatch it to make sure it wasn't, but just wanted to show you that there are nothing even close to a dupe for that polish. All right, so again, not a dupe. We have Bloominescence there in its matte form. And then I have Don't Mesh. This is from, let me get the full name for you. Don't Mesh With Me. And this is the one that I kind of had in my mind. I was wondering, is this similar? Turns out, no, it is not. It is very micro flaky shimmery though, just like Bloominescence, but not at all similar in formulation or finished appearance. But I did want to show these to you side by side because I was curious about it. Okay, so this is the final comparison that I have for you. So in the middle, we have Secret Rendez-Blue, and then I do have some bluish green jellies filled with sparkling things to compare, but as you can see, no dupes. So from the Sesame Street collection, we have Brought to You by ... That does have some beautiful shimmer microflaky that goes blue, green, purple even, but it doesn't really show up. So basically they just made it show up in this version and did a much sheerer base. Those actually would look really cute together if you topped Brought to You by with Secret Rendez-Blue, but not dupes, of course. And then the other one that I was curious about is Watermelon Rind, and of course not dupes either, and that one is not shifty. This is shifty in the base, but not on the nail. It's such a bummer, the Brought to You by. So I scoured my entire China Glaze collection and could find no exact dupes for polishes in this collection, which is one of the reasons that I continue to enjoy China Glaze, even though I have had issues with some of their formulas and different things. But more than any other mainstream brand, they try new stuff, and it might not always work, but they still try. All right, so now that all is said and done, what are your thoughts of the Mystic Bloom collection? You know what I think of the collection. You know which ones are my faves, which ones are just kind of, Hopefully that helps you. Of course, it all just depends on what your personal preferences are. You don't have to like what I like. Sound in the comments down below and let me know what are your faves. And I will see you back for another video very soon. Think about subscribing if you haven't yet. And if you found the video helpful, just give it a little thumbs up. I'll see you back again very soon. Take care. Bye.